Hello and welcome to this live broadcast. Now, we are having a few little technical problems this afternoon, but I am very pleased to be here. This is the final one of our Black Friday Cyber Monday live sessions. If you don't know who I am, my name's Mark. I am the founder and CEO of Coffee Break Languages. I came up with the idea 14 years ago, and we've been creating lessons for learners around the world for the past 14 years to help you learn a language on your coffee break. And of course, when you're out and about, when you're walking the dog, when you're at the gym, when you're exercising, when you're doing whatever you want to do. Now, over the next 20-25 minutes or so, we're going to be just taking a look at some of the content that we've got. I should say that if you've attended one of our previous lives, so there have been lives over the past few days, then there's nothing new in this one. It's the same content that we've been sharing over the past few days, and if you have already attended one of these, then you may want to go and do something else just now. You're very welcome to stay, obviously. However, if you've not had the chance to attend one of our live sessions over the past few days, then do please, first of all, let us know who you are, what you're learning, where you're learning from, and stick around for some more information about how you can save 40% on all of your language learning courses over the next about 36 hours left, probably less than 30, in fact, 32 hours left in our sale, because the sale ends tomorrow at midnight UK time, or 11:55 PM UK time, and at that point there will be no longer the possibility of using that coupon code. So stick around and let us know who you are, where you're learning, and indeed if you already use the premium courses, let us know, and if you have just bought something, then let us know too. So I just see that Linda is here, and Linda said, just signed up for season 3, can't wait to get started. Fantastic. Now, I'm seeing some Facebook comments. We are broadcasting on Facebook, on 6 of our pages on Facebook, and we're also broadcasting on YouTube, so the numbers will be spread across all of those different pages, whether that's YouTube, whether that's our Facebook pages, but we'll be very pleased to have you here to let us know where you're learning, what you're learning, and indeed if you're already using our courses, or if you have just bought something like Linda. We've got Rodrigo, who is joining us from New Zealand. It must be pretty early in the morning for you, Rodrigo, but I hope you're an Argentinian and from New Zealand, learning French. Fantastic, that's good to know. Robin's here. Salut à tous. Salut Robin, and Rob is here too. Let's see. Rob saying, love the CBS podcast. I live in Palma, and they have helped me a lot. What a wonderful place to live. I adore the city of Palma. So a very lucky place. Lucky Rob living in Palma. I hope that the weather is nice there today. Emily's saying, this is so cool. Hello from Hutchinson, Kansas. Your voice is very soothing. Great to listen to whilst cleaning clients' homes. Easy multitasking. Fantastic, Emily. I'm glad you find my voice soothing. I'll try and be as soothing as possible this afternoon as we talk about what we're going to be talking about. Rob saying, Guten Abend, Mark. Ich lerne Deutsch am Katar. Okay, fantastic. Dan is saying, le escucho, estoy en Los Angeles, California, so in Los Angeles, California, fantastic. Jennifer is on her second run through season 2, brilliant. Insom999 has said, I've learned so much from your Coffee Break Spanish episodes, thanks. Brilliant to know. Thank you very much indeed. Let us know, as I said, where you're watching, what language you're learning. I'm only seeing some of the comments that are coming through in terms of just the actual comments themselves, not what page you're on or anything like that. Casey's saying, hi from Schroon Lake, New York. The Black Friday sale isn't much use to me because I believe I've bought every product already. Well, thank you very much, Casey. We're delighted to hear that. Do check, just in case you haven't. There are some new courses this year. Mariana is joining us from Mexico. Sus vídeos me ayudan mucho en alemán. Perfecto, pues me alegro mucho. Vielen Dank auch. Let's see what else we have. We've got Suzanne joining us in South Carolina learning Italian. Brilliant. And Nick is saying that he's signed up to En Route. Fantastic. Merci beaucoup. Merci. And a confirmation from Rodrigo in Auckland. It is indeed 5 o'clock in the morning. I hope I'm not waking up anyone there. Anne Karin is in Stavanger in Norway and is learning French. Kjempebra. Well done to you, Anna. Thank you for joining us. You're very welcome. Everyone's very welcome today. We're going to be talking specifically about our Black Friday sale. The Black Friday sale ends tomorrow, as I said, so we're coming to an end of this. And over the past week, we've been talking a lot about this. We've been doing a lot of lives, we've been doing webinars, answering lots of emails, answering lots of questions. And I have a number of questions that people have asked, and we've been receiving emailed questions and getting questions on social media. A number of questions that I've asked. Slight problem today is that just before I started to go with this live, the slides stopped working. So I don't quite know whether I'm going to be able to see all my slides here. We've got the slides that I be working. So I've got a list of questions, so I can definitely use them, and I'll be able to answer your questions if you have any. Okay, let us begin then. Right, okay, so if I do this. Right, so you should now be able to hear me, as well as... let me see, that's not the right one. Okay, so I can go between the slides and me, and you should not be able to, the audio should not mute when the slide comes on. So hopefully that is now okay. As I was explaining there, in case that wasn't said while I was on the screen, when just before we launched the live this afternoon, my slides stopped working. So I've got a list of all the questions that have been sent, and I can talk about them. And if you have any questions, then I'm very happy to answer them. So just post the questions in the chat. One thing to mention is that if you can post the word question before your question, then that helps me to see things very clearly. Okay, so as I said, we're coming back to our slides here that are working. These are the ones that are working. And as you see, you can save 40% on all our courses simply by using that coupon code BF2020. And the coupon code there can be entered on our website, and I can demonstrate how that happens in just a moment. Let me try doing this. One little second here. It's always great when we're doing these lives and all of a sudden things stop working right at the last minute. But yeah, I've got that here, and I should also be able to bring that on the screen. Hopefully, yeah, you can see that. Right, so we're good to go. Okay, back to the slides then. There is 40% off all our courses. Now, what are our courses? Well, at the moment, we're broadcasting on YouTube. We're broadcasting on all our Facebook pages. So I'm going to be mentioning briefly some of our courses that we have across the different languages. So for French, we have Coffee Break French Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4. Now, our seasons go from an absolute beginner level, A1 level, right up to an advanced level at C1 level in Coffee Break French, and into C2 with our LVET course, which I'll tell you about in a moment. So our main seasons, Season 1, 2, 3, and 4, cover a variety of topics. You're working through the language in particular in Season 1 and Season 2 in transactional ways. You are able to use the language that you are learning, and you are able to you're able to build the confidence in the language that you're learning at these early stages. And then as you move into Season 2, you're going to get more into the grammar. Season 3, very much more into the grammar. And by the time you're in Season 4, we're looking at a complex language of full of idiomatic expressions, complex vocabulary, and grammar that really is quite challenging. So those are our main 4 Coffee Break French courses, but also we have additional courses like the Coffee Break French magazine, the Coffee Break French travel diaries, and En route avec Coffee Break French. So all of these are different courses which are available for French. So you can work through these. You can use the coupon code against all of these. I just noticed that Jingwen is saying, let me come back here, the German Travel Diaries course can't use the Black Friday discount code. All of our courses are part of the discount, so you can use the BF 2020 course on all of our courses, and every single one of our courses accepts the BF 2020 course. What I will do just at this moment, just because Jingwen had asked that, if I jump over to our website here, and you'll see here, let's say we want to go with the Coffee Break German Travel Diaries, as Jingwen is suggesting. If we go here, we can sign up for the course, and I'm going to buy this in pound sterling. So I'll talk a little more about the payment methods and so on in a moment. I can go here, and then if I just enlarge this, we've got Coffee Break German Travel Diaries. Click here to add coupon, and in there I enter BF2020, and I click apply, and then you can see that the coupon code has taken the 40% off. Now, I'm in the UK, so I have to pay VAT at 20%, but the total there is reduced by £6.80, bringing our new total down to £12.24 for our Travel Diaries course. So, Jingwen, I hope that answers your question about how you can use the coupon code, and it definitely does work for the Coffee Break German Travel Diaries, so I hope that helps. Caroline is saying, all signed up for Spanish 2 to 4. You're not getting rid of me for a while, Mark. Great offer. Thank you so much. We're delighted, Caroline. Thank you very much. And we're delighted that you're able to stick with us and continue learning. Gwen's joining us in Arizona learning Italian. Fantastic. Okay, let's come back to our slides. I've mentioned our French courses. Caroline's learning Spanish, so let's have a look at the Spanish courses that we have. Before then, I'll just mention La Vérité éclate toujours. La Vérité éclate toujours is our advanced French course. It is a course that's based around a crime novel, basically. You're following the adventures of what happens to different people involved in this story. And La Vérité éclate toujours is perfect for our advanced French learners up at C1, C2 level. Okay, let's just come back here. So these are our courses in French. So for Spanish, we have our Coffee Break Spanish Season 1, 2, 3 and 4, the same as in French. And again, we have our shorter courses. So our Seasons 1, 2, 3 and 4 are 40 lessons each. And the shorter courses are 10 lessons each. So these are the Coffee Break Spanish magazines, the Espresso series, the Travel Diaries, and the En Marcha con Coffee Break Spanish. So all of these will be perfect for you if you're working at this level, the intermediate level. These come around between seasons 2 and 3, and you're able to use them to develop your confidence in the language at that level. Okay, let's just fix one little thing here. Okay, sorry about that. So all our Spanish courses, so all of these courses that are mentioned here, everything that's currently on sale, and I'll go on and talk about the other languages, everything that's currently on sale is part of our course. So you can use that for part of our sale rather. So you can use that 40% discount on anything that's currently on sale. Now, there are some courses that we don't currently have on sale, and Casey's asking, are you selling any masterclasses under this promotion? So that's exactly what I'm referring to there. The masterclass is not currently for sale because we are in the middle of a masterclass at the moment. We'll have a new masterclass at some point in the new year, but it's not currently on sale, and that's why it's not part of the promotion. So I hope that answers your question, Casey. Okay. Coming back to our slides, let's move on. And again, if you've got any questions, please do post them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them. We also have En Marcha con Coffee Break Spanish, and this is a special series where we're touring the south of Spain, and there's video content, there's audio content, and it's all about authentic conversations with locals who live and work there in that part of Spain. And it's a fantastic series because you can follow the episodes and visit different parts of this beautiful area and practice your Spanish virtually with us as we travel around the area. Okay, let's move on to our German courses. Now, in German, we have Coffee Break German Season 1 and Season 2. So Season 1 will start at an absolute beginner level, so an A1 level. And as you work through Season 1, you will build your confidence in using German in very practical situations. So the kind of situations where you would encounter if you're able to travel to a German-speaking area, or if you're living in a German-speaking area. Practical language, but not just the language itself, not just the phrases. You'll understand why the phrases are the way they are. So you'll be understanding how the language works, how you can manipulate the language and create the language yourself, rather than simply learning a series of phrases off by heart. So that is that's our Coffee Break German content. We also have the Coffee Break German magazine Season 1 and their travel diaries Season 1 as well. And they're again at an intermediate level, and they would come after Season 2. I've realised I've not mentioned Season 2 there. So Season 2 is where you can take your German further and talk and learn more about the grammar of German and be able to get into that in greater detail, but also still practicing with different practical situations. Okay, so that's German. Let's move on to our Italian content, which is very similar in levels to the German content. So Season 1 for beginners, Season 2 intermediate, and then with the magazine Season 1 and travel diary Season 1, these are where you can continue on and develop your confidence further. I think when you're learning a language, you always I think you progress very well in the early stages, and you make you kind of go forward readily in the early stages of learning a language, and it's easy to see progress as you learn new things, you learn new words, you learn new vocabulary, new expressions, new grammar points. And so as you're walking along through this path of learning this language, you can move forward quite quickly. But then there comes a point when it's difficult to keep moving forward and you have to kind of go sideways. I always think it's a little bit like walking through a dark forest, and you're following the path through the forest. On the either side of you, it's very dark. The trees are high, and you don't really want to wander off the main path. But when you get to the intermediate level, you get a little more brave, and maybe the forest kind of opens out a little, and there are some interesting paths that you can go down and discover new things. But then you come back to the main path and go on a little further before you go down another path. And each of these little paths are when you can develop your confidence in the language, develop new areas of vocabulary, or learn particular grammar points in a particular way. And that intermediate level where you've got time to go down the paths, and we would recommend you going down those paths to develop these different areas of vocabulary and so on. That's where the intermediate content comes in. So that things like our magazine, things like our travel diaries and En route and En marcha, these are other courses that work very well at this level. Okay, moving on then, we also have content in Mandarin Chinese. So at the moment we just have one season of Mandarin Chinese. So if you've never learned Chinese before, this is perfect for you. It will introduce the language in a very straightforward way. You'll pick up the words and phrases, and you'll be following the course over the course of the 40 lessons, and build your confidence in such a way that you'll be able to use Mandarin in a confident way in a whole range of situations. We also have the same for Swedish. We launched Coffee Break Swedish this year, and we're publishing the episodes of Coffee Break Swedish on an ongoing basis. So currently we've got 20 lessons of our 40 lesson course, and the remaining 20 lessons will be published next year, starting in January. So with Coffee Break Swedish, you can follow the journey of learning Swedish along with me as a learner and our teacher Hanna. And the idea of having the teacher and learner is the same in all our courses. So we always have the combination of a teacher and a learner, or a native speaker involved in some way as well. And you're learning alongside the learner in the early stages, so that when the learner makes a mistake, then you will hear the corrections or the advice that the teacher is giving, and therefore it may well be the kind of mistake that you could make too. Or if they have a question, it may well be the kind of question that you would have. And we get comments like that from our learners all the time, that I can't believe that Anna asked exactly the question I was going to ask, or that Mark asked the question in Chinese that I was thinking about. So that's exactly why we create these materials in this way. So those are our main Coffee Break courses. And the range of all the Coffee Break courses. Now we have put together a set of webinars explaining what content we have in each of the languages with each of the levels. And you can access the webinars from our website And the website address that you need for that is just this one that I'm going to put on the screen now. So radiolinguae.com/BF2020, and you'll be able to access the webinars from there. Now, as I said, we have a number of questions that are coming in. Again, if you have a question, please do ask it and I'll be very happy to answer. And we've got a number of questions that people have sent us by email already. So first of all, Chris is asking, do you have a C1, C2 level course in Spanish? If so, is it all in Spanish with no English? At the moment, our top level of Spanish course is Coffee Break Spanish Season 4. And in Season 4, we base all of the content around a story. And the story features entirely Spanish content. But in our audio content and our written lessons, we talk about the language to explain things in English. So there's a balance of English and Spanish in that. We don't have an entire course entirely in the foreign language in Spanish. Indeed, even with our La Vérité éclate toujours, our advanced course in French, we use English to explain the tricky grammar points that we come across there and to explain the nuances of the language, because even at that high level, sometimes you can really only understand things fully when these are explained in English. So that is our theory behind that. So with La Vérité, we do use English for explanations, and likewise with Coffee Break Spanish Season 4, there's a lot of Spanish in it, but there is some English. So I hope that answers your question, Chris. Do have a look at the website for Coffee Break Spanish Season 4, and you'll be able to have a listen to the audio episodes, so you'll get a feel for what we have there. Ron is saying Coffee Break Spanish is very enjoyable. How did you learn all these languages so well? Because I've been using Coffee Break for so long, of course. I love language learning. I've loved acquiring new languages and finding out about different languages, and I guess I just enjoy it. I'm glad you're enjoying Coffee Break Spanish. Polinguiste is saying, hi Mark, I love Coffee Break Languages, thank you. Are there any plans to add more Irish materials? I enjoyed the 1 minute Irish course. Also, any plans for Canadian French? Okay, great question. In terms of Irish, at the moment, we don't have any further plans to add Irish content to our range of languages. At the moment, I'd never say never, but we may be able to do that in the future. In terms of Canadian French, we do have some plans at the moment for some content that's going to be coming out next year that will have very much a Québécois feel to it, to help those of you learning French be able to investigate a new area, develop an awareness of some of the non-French French, the non-France from French from France types of French. So hopefully that answers your question too. Barbara is saying the magazines and travel diaries are a great way to go off the main path. Thank you, Barbara. That's a great response there. We're delighted that you're enjoying that. Leng is asking, what is the difference between the En Marcha and the Spanish magazine classes? Okay, so the Spanish magazine classes are basically, there are two different types of Spanish magazine. In seasons 1 and 2 of the Coffee Break Spanish magazine, we were building them around video interviews that we had recorded in Barcelona. So in those ones, we're looking at interviews where people are responding to questions, and then we're analysing their responses. A little bit like what we now do in what we call Coffee Break Spanish to go. So these are more complex questions, and they are, as I said, featuring in our magazine season 1 and 2. However, in magazine season 3, which was launched around the time we launched the magazines in French, German and Italian, this is about cultural text. So in each episode, we've got a series of cultural topics. In fact, I can actually show you this. Give me 1 second and I'll just open up this on our site. So if I go in here, and I go to Coffee Break Spanish magazine and open this, Right, so I should be able to share this with you now. There we go. So in the magazine, you can see that the texts are about a variety of topics, and it's all about introducing and increasing your awareness of Spanish or Hispanic culture around the world. So we've got the first text about football in El Corazón de Todos los Latinos, Un Viaje Express por Salamanca, so about Salamanca, Christmas time in Madrid, an episode about dance, an episode about the Panama Canal, an episode about poetry, the Encuentro de los Mundos, the encounters of two worlds. In fact, let's go into this one. So we've got the audio episode there, and then we've got the transcript and notes here. So we're talking about the two worlds of the Spanish culture and the Native American cultures. And it's really about the 12 de octubre, el Día de la Hispanidad. So we've got the audio and notes there, and then we've got a vocabulary list. Okay, and then we also have the exercises. So that's what you get in the Coffee Break Spanish magazine season 3, where you're getting those combinations of cultural texts and the support materials with them. Now in Marcha, it's a little bit different. The audio episodes are kind of audio stories where you're following us if we are on our way to Frigiliana, one of the little hilltop towns in the south of Spain, in the Axarquia region. So there we go to Frigiliana, we talk to people in Frigiliana, we talk to the people in the tourist office, they tell us where to go. We go and investigate other things and find out from locals what life is like there and so on. So those are audio conversations, they're interviews, and you're enjoying the authentic content there, and then learning with it, of course, with our support materials. So I hope that answers your question, Lang, the difference between the En Marcha course and the Spanish magazine classes. Okay, again, please do post your questions. We are broadcasting across YouTube and all of our Facebook pages today, so you are all very welcome, and do let us know if you've got any questions. Let's jump back to the slides here that are working. As I said, the Black Friday sale is on, so in order to get access to any of these courses with a huge 40% discount, then all you need to do is use that coupon code BF2020 at checkout, and that will allow you to get the 40% off. Now, there's something else that we're doing at the moment, and that is running a prize giveaway. So in addition to our sale, we're also offering this prize giveaway. And we are basically putting every single course that we've ever created, and that's over 70 courses across 30 languages, and we are giving our entire learning library to 4 lucky winners. So on Thursday of this week, we'll be running a live session. I think it's at 4 o'clock off the top of my head. It's at 4 o'clock. And on that live session, we will be announcing the 4 winners of our competition. And those 4 winners will win the entire learning library that we have produced. And we'll be very delighted to give that away to 4 lucky winners. Now, to enter this competition, if you use the coupon code BF2020 at checkout, you'll already be entered. You'll automatically be entered into the competition. If you prefer not to, then if you go to that same website as we've had before, radiolingua.com/BF2020, you can also enter by email there. So hopefully that clears that up. Okay. That's the coupon code BF2020. The most important thing is that when you are using that code, you do enter the code on the website as I've explained. So you click on Apply Coupon Code button, and then you enter BF2020, and then you'll see that the price is reduced by 40%. Okay. I'm going to go through a few questions that we've had by email in the run-up to today's live broadcast. If you have any questions, as I say, please do post them in the chat and I will be very happy to answer them. First of all, then, looking at my list of questions here, the first question is, when does the sale end? So the sale ends tomorrow. This is basically you're getting into your last opportunity to use this coupon code to get 40% off. It ends at 11:55 p.m. tomorrow evening, and that's Tuesday the 1st of December, 11:55 p.m. UK time. So 6:55 Eastern, 3:55 Pacific, and so on. Now, every year when we have our Black Friday sale, we get emails from people the day after saying, I missed the sale, I missed the emails or whatever. It's pretty impossible to do that, given that we have run so many lives. We have sent out lots of emails. We've posted it on social media everywhere. So we really want everybody to take advantage of this before the deadline at 11:55 on Tuesday, because it's not possible to get the 40% discount after that deadline is reached. We are also asked, my second question here is about if you can use the coupon code multiple times. Yes, you can indeed. You can use it as many times as you like. So you can take advantage of this as many times as you like. And also, just to point out, we don't have any kind of the shopping cart system. It's not a shopping cart system on our website. You would need to buy one particular course and then put in that coupon code to get your money off, and then check out on that, and then purchase the second course, and again remember to put in the coupon code for the second course or the third course or whatever. So we also have bundles of our main courses, so our main seasons of Coffee Break, French, German, Spanish, Italian, they have bundles. You can buy 2 courses, 3 courses or 4 courses, obviously 2 courses just for Italian and German, and 3 and 4 courses are also available for Spanish and French, where we have the 4 main courses in those seasons. So yes, you can use it multiple times. Okay, number 3 is, are the courses downloadable? Yes, of course they are. You can download all the materials to your own device, simply within the Coffee Break Academy. In fact, I can come back there. Let me just show you that. There we go. So you can see here the exercises. If I scroll down to the bottom of the screen, you'll see here that the exercises are downloadable. So if I click on that, I can download that and save that to my computer, save it in a folder that I'm keeping all my Spanish content in. The vocabulary list, again, is a PDF. I can download that. And here we also have audio. So with the audio, I can download that too. And the PDF too. So I can download all this content and store it on my own device and keep it for as long as I need it. Now, that's another point, and it brings me to the next question. How long do I have access to these courses for? Well, the whole idea with this is that it's a one-off purchase. You pay once and you get access to it for as long as you need it. There's no recurring payment, there's no annual payment, there's no monthly payment or anything like that. You buy once and you get access to that specific course for as long as you need it. And there's no, as I said, no recurring payments for that. Now, if you complete season 1 and think, okay, I like that, I now want to take it on, and you want to do season 2, then that's another payment. So you purchase the new course, and again, you have that for as long as you need it, and you're able to download all of that again as well. Okay, next question is devices. What kind of devices can I use the content on? Pretty much any device will work. So whether that's a phone, a tablet, or a computer, you'll be able to access the content, because it's ultimately MP3 files for the audio, MP4 files for the video, and text documents are PDFs. So you're able to use that on any modern device. Depending on what kind of device you use, if you're using an iPhone or an iPad, and many of our listeners use iPhones or iPads, you can obviously download everything. You can use the Files app on the iPhone and the iPad to download all the content. But there's another app that we actually recommend, and that's called Documents. And Documents will allow you not only to download all the materials to your device and store them on the device, but also use the media player within the Documents app to set up playlists of the files in the order that you want. So for example, if you're going out a run and you want to listen maybe to 3 different episodes, then you can line them up in the media player. You can choose to listen to them more slowly if you're trying to pick up some of the complex Spanish or German or whatever, or you can choose to listen to them more quickly if perhaps you're reviewing things. So all of that is available as part of the media player within the Documents app. It's a third-party app, and it's there's a free version of that, so you can download all of that. And as I say, thousands of our learners or the students of the Coffee Break Academy are using that app very successfully with our materials on their iPads and their iPhones. Okay, so we've talked about downloads, we've talked about devices, about the payments, and about when the course ends. And that, I think, those are all the questions that we've had in advance. So again, if you have any further questions, then please do post them in the chat. In the meantime, I hope that you have found this useful. I hope that you take advantage of our 40% off sale. We do have a whole load of other lives to watch if you are interested. I would say probably the best one to watch that gives the deepest information on all of our courses and also talks specifically about levels of the course would be the one from yesterday. And that was both on Facebook and on YouTube. So you'll find that easily on our YouTube channel, Coffee Break Languages, and it is our live from yesterday. And as I say, that went into detail on the different levels of each of the courses, which we don't really have time to do today. Okay, I am going to round things off there. We're just about to go and do an Instagram live now, so that will round off our lives for this Black Friday week. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope this has been useful, and I hope that you are able to take advantage of our 40% sale that is on. So just a reminder, it's the coupon code BF2020. And the web link is radiolingua.com/BF2020, and that's where you can find out more information about our course and or about our range of courses. You can find out about our prize giveaway. You can find out about the webinars that we've put together to help explain everything. And if you are, if you have any further questions, then don't hesitate to get in touch with us. You can simply email. Oops, that's the wrong app here. Hang on a sec. team@coffeebreaklanguages.com. So if you have any questions, you can email team@coffeebreaklanguages.com and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, just a further question coming in here on Facebook. Joe's asking, way back when CBS was podcasts, do you still have the 10 to 15 minutes free podcasts? Yeah, CBS is still podcasts, so we still publish podcasts all the time. All of our content is available as podcasts. You can access the podcasts on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts. You can access them on our website. All of that content for every single one of these courses I've mentioned, we have free podcasts available, and we'll continue to produce free podcasts. We very strongly believe that it's important to be able to offer free content to learners around the world, and learners around the world listen to those podcasts over 2 million times every month. So the podcasts are obviously a very, very important part of what we do. I have to say that the ability to create podcasts with people who are featuring on these podcasts with teachers and native speakers and learners and so on, we have to be able to pay them. And in order to be able to pay them, that's why we produce courses. So the online courses, when you buy an online course, you are contributing to the development of those podcasts in the future, and we continue to do that. So they're still all available. You can definitely listen to all of them, and you'll find them on all of those platforms I've mentioned. But that is where I am going to leave this live. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful and that you've learned something that you didn't know about our online courses. Do check out everything on the website, so radiolingua.com/BF2020, and don't forget to use the coupon code BF2020 when you are purchasing in order to get 40% off all of our courses. Thank you for watching today. As ever, I wish you continued success with your language learning, and of course, as ever, happy coffee breaking. Thank you very much.